Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I have a question for you to start today's journey. What if the way you begin your morning could completely shape how clearly you think, how calmly you feel, and how confidently you move through the rest of your day? What if just 5 small habits, done consistently, could become a key to unlocking sharper focus, better memory, and more mental energy, especially after the age of 60? It may sound simple, but science and experience both agree. How we begin our day matters, especially as we age. After 60, the brain's natural rhythms begin to shift. Sleep can become lighter, memory retrieval a little slower, and focus more easily disrupted. But the good news is that we don't need big changes to make a big difference. In fact, it's the smallest actions, repeated each day, that have the most lasting impact. In this video series, we're going to explore 5 small but powerful morning habits that can help you boost mental clarity and thinking power after 60. These are not complicated, expensive, or time-consuming. They're gentle, doable, and designed to meet your body and brain right where they are, with compassion and care. We'll begin with the first habit, drinking a glass of water right after waking. It sounds too easy, doesn't it? But dehydration after sleep is more common than you might think, and even mild dehydration can impact concentration, memory, and mood. Next, we'll talk about mindful movement, how 5 minutes of gentle stretching or walking can stimulate blood flow to your brain, enhance oxygen delivery, and boost alertness. Then, we'll explore the benefits of a short morning breathing or meditation session, something that calms the nervous system and sets a peaceful tone for the day. We'll also look at how light exposure in the morning, either by stepping outside or sitting by a sunny window, helps regulate your circadian rhythm, improving both energy in the morning and sleep quality at night. And finally, we'll talk about morning intention ritual, just 1 or 2 sentences that help you focus your mind and heart on what really matters each day. These habits are simple, but when practiced together, they create a strong, supportive foundation for mental clarity. And throughout this series, I'll share real-life stories from older adults who've tried these habits and experienced noticeable shifts in energy, focus, and even emotional well-being. So if you sometimes feel a little foggy in the morning, if your thoughts take longer to organize, or if you just want to start your day with more clarity and calm, stay with me, because what we're about to explore could be one of the easiest and most joyful ways to support your brain, your body, and your sense of purpose, one gentle morning at a time. In the next part, we'll begin with the most overlooked habit of all, hydration, and why your brain might be begging for a glass of water before you even open your eyes. Let's begin our exploration with the first small habit that can have a surprisingly big impact. Drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning. You might be wondering, can something so simple really support brain function? The answer is yes, and more than you might imagine. Especially after the age of 60, hydration isn't just about quenching thirst. It's about awakening your brain and setting the tone for mental clarity throughout the day. Overnight, your body naturally loses water through breathing and minimal sweating. By the time you wake up, you're mildly dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. For older adults, this becomes even more significant because the sense of thirst tends to weaken with age. That means your body can be running low on water without sending strong signals to let you know. Here's where it gets important for your brain. Your brain is made up of nearly 75% water. Even slight dehydration, as little as 1 to 2%, can reduce concentration, slow reaction time, and impair short-term memory. This is especially true in the morning, when your body is transitioning from a resting state to full alertness. If your brain doesn't get the hydration it needs, you may feel foggy, distracted, or even a little irritable. Let's look at how this plays out in real life. Robert, 72, from Wisconsin, used to wake up feeling sluggish and forgetful. He assumed it was just part of aging. But after learning about hydration and giving the habit a try, he started keeping a glass of water on his nightstand and drinking it within 10 minutes of waking. Within 2 weeks, he noticed he was more alert in the morning and had fewer of those moments where he lost his train of thought. It wasn't a miracle cure, but it was a clear improvement. Drinking water first thing in the morning also supports circulation. Proper hydration helps thin the blood slightly, making it easier for your heart to pump and deliver oxygen-rich blood to the brain. That boost in circulation means more oxygen, more nutrients, and more mental energy, all from a simple glass of water. Some people ask whether coffee or tea counts. While both can contribute to overall fluid intake, it's best to start your morning with pure water. Caffeine is a mild diuretic and can increase fluid loss. So drinking water first, then enjoy your coffee or tea, is a smart way to rehydrate your brain and body. So, how do you make this a habit? Start by preparing the night before. Place a glass or bottle of water on your bedside table. When you wake up, take a few sips before getting out of bed, or drink it as you sit up and start your day. Some people like to add a squeeze of lemon for flavor and a small vitamin C boost. If you're not used to drinking water in the morning, begin with half a glass and build from there. The goal isn't to drink a lot all at once. It's to gently rehydrate and signal your brain that the day is starting. Pair this habit with something else in your morning routine. Maybe you drink your water while opening the curtains or listening to your favorite morning song. When a new habit is connected to an existing one, it becomes easier to remember and enjoy. Hydration isn't about force. It's about rhythm. Over time, your body and brain will come to expect and appreciate that first drink of water. And you'll likely notice that you begin your day with a little more sharpness, a little more energy, and a lot more clarity. In the next part, we'll move into the second small habit, gentle morning movement. We'll explore how just 5 minutes of stretching, walking, or even swaying to music can stimulate your circulation, wake up your brain, and give you a graceful start to the day. See you there. Let's now explore the second small habit, gentle morning movement. This isn't about doing a full workout or exhausting yourself before breakfast. It's about using light, mindful motion to signal to your brain and body that the day has begun, a graceful transition from rest to readiness. After a full night of stillness, your body needs a gentle cue to reawaken. Your joints may feel a little stiff, your muscles tight, and your circulation a bit slow. But even just a few minutes of easy movement can boost circulation, increase oxygen to the brain, and set off a cascade of feel-good neurotransmitters that enhance alertness and mood. Let's take the story of Darlene, 68, from Idaho. She always thought exercise had to be long and intense to be worth anything, but arthritis in her knees made traditional routines painful. After watching a wellness segment, she decided to try 5 minutes of stretches by her bedside, rolling her shoulders, lifting her arms overhead, rotating her ankles. The result? She said, I felt more balanced, more awake. Even my mind seemed clearer. It was like I gently switched the lights back on. These kinds of gentle motions wake the body without overwhelming it. More importantly, they wake the brain, especially areas responsible for attention, coordination, and mood. Here are a few ways you can add light movement to your mornings. Do a simple full body stretch in bed, arms overhead, legs extended, toes pointed. Stand up slowly and do a few shoulder rolls, neck circles, and side bends. Sway to your favorite morning song. Music adds rhythm and emotional uplift. Walk slowly around the room while breathing deeply or opening windows. If needed, try seated stretches, wrist circles, gentle knee lifts, or overhead reaches. These small steps add up. They improve blood flow, support balance, and help activate both hemispheres of your brain. And when done consistently, they become signals, messages to your body and brain that it's time to rise, focus, and step into the day. In the next part, we'll explore the third small habit, intentional breathing or a brief meditation. It's not about silence or discipline. It's about giving your brain the space to settle, so your thoughts can flow with more clarity and calm. See you there. Let's now explore the third small habit, intentional breathing or a brief meditation. This isn't about sitting cross-legged on the floor for an hour or emptying your mind completely. It's about something far more accessible, giving your brain and nervous system a gentle signal that the day is beginning and that you are starting from a place of calm awareness. After the age of 60, many people notice that stress can feel heavier in the mornings. The racing thoughts, the mental to-do lists, the background noise of worry. It's all there before you've even finished your first cup of tea. But here's the good news. A few slow breaths can change everything. Breathing deeply and with intention helps balance the autonomic nervous system, reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol, and sharpen your ability to focus. Let me introduce you to Alan, 70, from Pennsylvania. Alan used to wake up feeling anxious. He said mornings were his most mentally scattered time of day. But after reading about breath work, he started each day with 3 minutes of slow, deep breathing before even standing up. He inhaled through his nose for 4 counts, held for 4, and exhaled for 6. Within a week, he noticed a shift, not just in how he felt, but in how clearly he could think. It was like someone cleaned off the windshield of my brain, he said with a smile. The science backs Alan's experience. Breathing deeply stimulates the vagus nerve, which helps regulate the parasympathetic nervous system, the branch of your body responsible for rest and recovery. This lowers blood pressure, steadies the heart rate, and promotes the production of brain-calming neurotransmitters like GABA. In practical terms, that means better emotional regulation, improved memory encoding, and enhanced clarity of thought. You don't have to practice formal meditation to reap the benefits. A brief breathing ritual can be just as powerful. Here are a few simple methods to try. Box breathing. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. Repeat for 2 to 5 minutes. 4, 7, 8 breath. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This pattern helps release tension and settle the mind. Counting breaths. Simply sit or lie comfortably and count each inhale and exhale until you reach 10. Then start again. Morning gratitude breath. With each inhale, think of something you're grateful for. With each exhale, release a tension or worry. Jane, 66, from Georgia, shared how she created a 5-minute morning ritual. She sat by her window, placed her hands over her heart, and breathed while listening to birdsong. No timer, no apps, just presence. She told me it became her favorite part of the day. If you prefer guided support, there are many gentle meditation apps designed for older adults. Look for ones that offer brief sessions, calming voices, and soft music or nature sounds. Even something as simple as closing your eyes and breathing for one full song can become a grounding anchor. And remember, there is no perfect way to do this. The goal isn't to stop your thoughts. It's to create space between them. To begin the day not in reaction, but with intention. Try pairing your breathing with something else you already do. For example, take 10 deep breaths after brushing your teeth, or sit for a minute of stillness while your tea steeps. The more you integrate this habit into your routine, the more natural it will feel. In the next part, we'll move into a habit that's easy to overlook, but incredibly powerful. Early light exposure. Whether it's sunshine on your skin or simply sitting by a window, light sets your body's internal clock, helping you feel more awake during the day and sleep better at night. Stay with me, because this habit can make a bigger difference than you might expect. Let's now explore the 4th small habit, early morning light exposure. While it may seem simple or even irrelevant at first glance, getting light into your eyes shortly after waking is one of the most powerful and natural ways to reset your brain's internal clock and boost your mental clarity for the entire day. After the age of 60, our circadian rhythms, the body's natural sleep-wake cycles, begin to shift. Many older adults report waking up earlier, having trouble falling asleep at night, or feeling drowsy during the day. While part of this is normal, much of it is linked to a lack of proper light exposure in the early part of the day. And that's where this habit comes in. Morning light, especially natural light, plays a critical role in regulating melatonin, the hormone that helps you feel sleepy. When your eyes are exposed to sunlight soon after waking, it sends a powerful signal to your brain. It's daytime, time to wake up, focus, and get moving. This not only suppresses melatonin production, but also boosts cortisol levels in a healthy, alert-promoting way. Let me share a story about Martin, 75, from Arizona. Martin used to feel groggy well into mid-morning. He tried coffee, stretching, even cold water on his face, but nothing helped. After reading about circadian rhythms, he began sitting outside on his porch for 15 minutes each morning, facing the sun with a cup of tea. Within a week, he noticed his energy stabilizing and his sleep at night improving. "I felt like my morning started when the sky did," he said. The science supports Martin's experience. Researchers have found that just 10 to 30 minutes of morning light exposure can help align the body's internal clock, increase serotonin levels, which supports mood, and improve cognitive performance throughout the day. And no, you don't have to stare at the sun or even be outdoors for hours. Simply being near a window, stepping onto a balcony, or taking a short morning walk can make all the difference. Here are some practical ways to integrate light exposure into your morning routine. Sit by a sunny window while drinking your morning tea or coffee. Step outside for a few minutes, even if it's cloudy. Natural light is still more effective than indoor lighting. Combine light exposure with another habit, like gentle movement, stretching, or mindful breathing. If natural light is limited, especially in winter, consider a light therapy box, a medically recommended tool that mimics sunlight and helps regulate your internal clock. Angela, 69, from Washington State, uses a light box for 20 minutes each morning while reading the newspaper. She says it lifts her mood and helps her feel more focused, even on rainy days. It's like I'm telling my brain, the day has started. Let's go. And remember, this habit doesn't need to be complicated. The key is consistency. Even 10 minutes of light exposure in the first hour waking can have significant effects on how alert, focused, and emotionally steady you feel throughout the day. As a bonus, early light exposure also supports better sleep at night. By anchoring your body clock in the morning, you're more likely to feel sleepy at the right time in the evening, leading to more restorative rest, which, in turn, further sharpens your thinking. In the next part, we'll explore the fifth morning habit, setting a simple intention for the day. This is not about making big plans or checking tasks off a list. It's about gently pointing your mind and your heart in the direction you want to go with just one small thought or phrase. Stay with me. It's a practice that many older adults find surprisingly powerful. Let's now explore the fifth morning habit, setting a simple intention for the day. This might sound abstract at first, like a soft idea rather than a real tool. But setting a morning intention is a powerful way to guide your thoughts, shape your attitude, and remind your brain what truly matters to you. And the beauty is, it only takes a few seconds. After the age of 60, many people describe their mornings as scattered, thoughts jumping from errands to appointments, to worries about health or family. Before the first sip of tea is finished, the mind is already rushing. An intention acts as an anchor. It helps bring focus, calm, and clarity to all that follows. What is an intention? It's not a to-do list or a goal. It's more like a compass, a quiet direction that helps you decide how you want to show up in your day. It could be a word, a phrase, or a simple sentence that reflects what you want to feel or offer. Let me introduce you to Celia, 74, from Vermont. Every morning, before stepping out of bed, she places her hand over her heart and whispers one intention. Sometimes it's today I choose ease. Other days it's I offer patience, or I will listen fully. She told me this ritual helps her begin each day with presence and purpose. Even when I forget it later, she laughed, I always find myself coming back to it. Setting an intention helps direct your mental energy. Research in cognitive psychology has shown that priming the brain with even small verbal cues, like affirmations or intentional phrases, can positively influence decision-making, emotional regulation, and stress response throughout the day. Here are a few examples of intentions to consider. Today I focus on what matters most. I am steady, calm, and clear. I bring kindness to myself and others. I move through my tasks with ease. I allow room for joy. You can create your own, something that feels meaningful or even playful, and you can change it each day to reflect your mood, your needs, or your hopes. There's no special way to set an intention, but here are some ideas. Say it silently or aloud as you wake up. Write it down on a sticky note and place it near your mirror or teacup. Repeat it during your breathing or stretching routine. Speak it softly while standing near the window. Tom, 71, from Illinois, keeps a small notebook by his bed. Every morning, he writes down his intention along with the date. Over time, he's created a book of quiet reminders, a journal of how he chose to meet each day. Setting an intention isn't about getting it perfect. It's about remembering that you have the power to shape your mental state with a simple act of awareness. On hard days, your intention might be as gentle as, I breathe and begin again. On good days, it might be, I expand into joy. And just like that, one small sentence can guide the entire tone of your day. In the next part, we'll explore how enjoying a mindful morning ritual, like sipping your favorite drink slowly, listening to music, or savoring a few quiet moments, can further enhance mental clarity and create a deeper connection to yourself. It's not about being busy. It's about being present. Let's now explore the sixth morning habit, enjoying a mindful morning ritual. This isn't about doing more. It's about doing less, more consciously. In a world where mornings often feel rushed or filled with distractions, taking just a few minutes to be truly present can ground your thoughts and give your brain a gentler, more focused start. What is a mindful morning ritual? It's a simple practice, something you already do, but done with awareness, presence, and intention. It could be sipping your favorite tea or coffee slowly, sitting by the window to watch the light change, listening to soft music, watering your plants, or simply taking a few moments of silence. After 60, your relationship with time begins to shift. You've likely moved past the years of tight schedules, deadlines, and constant hustle. But even in retirement or slower seasons of life, mornings can still become filled with mental noise. A mindful ritual helps ease that mental load. It gives your brain a sense of safety and predictability, which reduces stress and enhances focus. Take the story of Harold, 76, from Oregon. Harold wakes up each day and grinds fresh coffee beans by hand. He boils water on the stove, not in a machine. Then he sits quietly on his porch with his favorite mug, wrapped in a sweater. He says, "That's my time to do absolutely nothing," and somehow it sets everything right. He's not meditating. He's not checking off a list. He's just being present. This kind of slow ritual sends a message to your brain. I am safe. I have time. I can begin without rushing. That alone can help regulate cortisol, increase dopamine linked to pleasure and reward, and encourage a calm, attentive state of mind. What makes a ritual mindful isn't what you do. It's how you do it. Here are a few ideas to spark your own version. Light a candle and sit with it for a few moments while breathing gently. Sip your tea or coffee slowly, paying attention to warmth, taste, and scent. Put on a favorite piece of music and listen with full attention. Step outside barefoot for a minute, feeling the earth under your feet. Water your plants while whispering kind words to them and to yourself. Even 5 minutes of mindfulness in the morning can help train your brain to pay attention in the present. That means more clarity when reading, more calm in conversations, and more ease in decision-making. Lucia, 69, from New Mexico, created a quiet corner near her kitchen window. Every morning, she sits there for 10 minutes with her tea, watching the birds. No phone, no news, no multitasking. She says, "It feels like my brain takes a deep breath." You don't have to make this elaborate. Let it be a natural part of your rhythm, a moment of pause before the motion. If you forget or skip a day, no problem. The power of a ritual is in returning to it. In the next part, we'll explore how brain-stimulating activities, like reading a page from a book, solving a small puzzle, or journaling, can activate key neural pathways and improve cognitive performance throughout the day. Think of it as giving your brain a warm-up lap before the day begins. See you there. Let's now explore the seventh morning habit, engaging in a gentle brain-stimulating activity. Think of it as a warm-up exercise for your mind, something simple, enjoyable, and purposeful that gets your cognitive gears turning before the day fully begins. After the age of 60, mental clarity can become more variable. Some mornings feel sharp and alert. Others may feel foggy or slow. One way to smooth that out and build consistency is by giving your brain a clear, intentional signal to wake up, not just physically, but mentally. Just 5 to 10 minutes of focused, low-stress brain activity can help strengthen attention, memory, and processing speed. You don't need to solve complex math problems or study for a test. The key is gentle stimulation, enough to activate but not overwhelm. Here are a few activities that work especially well. Reading a few pages of a book. Choose something you enjoy, fiction, nonfiction, poetry, or even a magazine article. Reading stimulates language areas in the brain and builds mental imagery, which supports memory and creativity. Solving a light puzzle. Crossword puzzles, Sudoku, or word finds are great options. Even doing just a few clues or grids a day can boost pattern recognition and logical thinking. Journaling. Write a few sentences about your dreams, your plans for the day, or something you're grateful for. This kind of reflective writing helps organize your thoughts and enhances verbal fluency. Doing a short memory game. Try recalling yesterday's meals, your schedule for the week, or the lyrics to a favorite song. Simple memory recall exercises help keep your hippocampus, the brain's memory hub, engaged. Let me share a story from Ruth, 70, in Minnesota. Each morning, she sits in her favorite chair with a small crossword book and a cup of tea. She times herself for 5 minutes, just enough to feel mentally switched on without pressure. It gives me a sense of accomplishment, she says. It's like brushing my teeth, but for my brain. And then there's Daniel, 73, from Virginia, who loves to read historical biographies. He reads 2 pages every morning before starting his day. I may not remember every detail, he told me, but the habit makes my mind feel more alert, and it gives me something interesting to think about. What's happening here is brain activation through engagement. These gentle activities stimulate neural pathways, increase dopamine linked to motivation, and encourage the brain to switch from rest mode into a more active, attentive state. Here are some tips to get the most from this habit. Keep it short and sweet. 5 to 10 minutes is enough. The goal isn't to master a skill, it's to warm up your mind. Choose something enjoyable. You're more likely to stick with this habit if it feels like a pleasure, not a chore. Combine it with another morning habit. Read while drinking water or tea, journal after stretching, or do a puzzle by the window during your light exposure. Avoid screens at first. Try to use paper, books, or offline tools before picking up your phone or tablet. Remember, the brain thrives on consistency. Even small amounts of daily stimulation can lead to long-term benefits. Over time, this habit can improve cognitive flexibility, increase learning retention, and support emotional regulation, all by simply giving your brain something nourishing to chew on at the start of the day. In the final part, we'll bring everything together and show you how to craft your own personalized morning rhythm using the habits we've explored. Whether you choose one or all of them, the power is in your consistency, intention, and care for your well-being. See you in the final chapter. Let's now wrap up our journey by bringing all the pieces together and helping you create your own personalized morning rhythm using the 7 small habits we've explored. Each one on its own can offer a powerful boost to your mental clarity, focus, and emotional balance. But when you weave them together, they become more than habits. They become a supportive ritual that nourishes your brain, body, and spirit. As a quick reflection, here are the habits we've covered. Drinking a glass of water upon waking to rehydrate your brain and boost mental sharpness. Gentle morning movement to stimulate circulation, balance, and focus. Intentional breathing or a short moment of meditation to calm the nervous system. Exposure to natural light to regulate your internal clock and enhance wakefulness. Setting a simple daily intention to guide your thoughts and energy. Creating a mindful morning ritual to start the day with presence and peace. Engaging in light cognitive stimulation to warm up your brain and enhance attention. You don't need to do all 7 every morning, and certainly not all at once. The beauty of this framework is its flexibility. Some mornings, you may feel drawn to movement and music. Other days, you might crave stillness and reflection. The key is to listen to your body and mind and to choose habits that meet you where you are. Let me walk you through how to design a gentle, effective morning rhythm that works for you. Step 1. Start small. Choose 2 habits that feel most natural right now. Maybe it's drinking water and stretching, or setting an intention and journaling. Whatever feels doable is the perfect place to begin. Step 2. Pair your habits. Habits stick best when they're tied together. For example, sip your water while sitting by the window, or breathe deeply while your tea brews. Let one habit flow naturally into the next. Step 3. Be consistent, not rigid. Try your routine most days, but give yourself grace. Life happens. Missing a day or shifting the order doesn't undo your progress. Step 4. reflect, and refine. Every week or two, ask yourself, what's helping me feel clearer or calmer? What's not? Adjust your rhythm gently. Swap, add, or remove habits as needed. Step 5. Stay present. The most important part of your morning is not the habit itself. It's your awareness while doing it. Presence turns routine into ritual. It's what makes a moment sacred. And don't forget, you're not alone on this path. Many people over 60 are discovering that their mornings hold incredible power, not just for how they feel during the day, but for their long-term brain health and emotional resilience. Let me leave you with a story of Lillian, 78, from New York. She shared that she starts each day with water, a stretch, and a quiet reading corner near her window. She lights a small candle and reads a few lines of poetry. She calls it her morning landing. She says, "It doesn't matter what the rest of the day brings. I know I began with care." That's the gift you're giving yourself, a foundation of care. When you begin the day with intention, clarity, and self-respect, you create ripples that carry through everything you do. So, which habit will you begin with tomorrow morning? Let this be your invitation to experiment, to enjoy, and to gently transform your mornings one breath, one sip, one stretch at a time. If you found this series helpful, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and sharing it with someone you care about. And most importantly, take a moment to share your favorite morning habit in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to start each day with clarity, connection, and kindness. Until next time, take care of yourself and have a beautiful morning every morning.